Good morning. Live from Swamp Scott. The 2nd of February, Saturn's Day. And here we have again clear evidence of evidency of weather modification, geoengineering. High altitude aircraft aerosol dispersions, spraying of the sky for winter weather engineering, engineered winter weather. Took a look at the front page of the corporate mainstream prostitute rag known as the Boston Globe, and up top there's Governor Charlie the Charlatan Baker being the first Republican governor to appear at a mosque. Oh, what a good guy, right? Governor Baker. Well, why are you silent about this? Geoengineering. The number one threat we all face, because it's the end of the biosphere. That's what this spells. It spells the end of life on Earth altogether. Not just this thing that people do where they, say, oh, not in my lifetime, or, well, humans will be gone, but Earth will be fine without us. No, we're turning Earth into Venus. So-called we in quotes, because what's this we stuff? I sure as hell am not working for the government, not part of the government, and I don't vote for any of these puppet corporate politicians. I don't vote at all. I boycott elections, because I know that this is a fraudulent government. It's not constitutional. It's anti-constitutional, unconstitutional. With all of the unconstitutional legislation that has been passed, state governments, national, federal government. The federal government is a mafia. It's a crime organization. And they shake you down every year, just like a crime boss with the income tax, which is unconstitutional. They added the 16th Amendment the same year they passed the Federal Reserve Act in 1913. And they put it on the Titanic Day, April 15th, the April Fool's month, because they're playing all of us for fools and they're shaking you down. It's extortion. That's what the federal income tax is. It's hush money. It's so they stay off your back so they don't burn your house down and take your life away from you. They're a mafia government. And, they've done all kinds of experimentations on the people throughout our history, documented. I mean, look at MK Ultra. That's a big one that's received a lot of attention in recent years with the show Stranger Things, and with recently Wormwood, the Errol Morris documentary, which centers around the story that broke the whole MK Ultra mind control research of the government in the 50s and 60s. And you think they're not still doing shit like that, think again. And if you think they really did shut down their bioweapons program, think again. And if you think that they would tell you when they go ahead and start engineering weather, think again. In China, they announced in 2010 when they cloud seeded with silver iodide to make a snowstorm. And, the people aren't going to take to the streets in China because they know they're going to end up in a labor camp producing cheap American goods if they do speak up and out. Here, they can't throw everyone in Gitmo. So if everyone would take to the streets if it was announced that they've been infusing toxic metals into the atmosphere and destroying what's left of the ozone layer. Levels of radiation now coming to Earth are unheard of. UVC right before X-rays now hits the Earth. Look it up. Hare Krishna part 16 now. The BHAGAVAD GITA of Hare Krishna. Last line that I read was verse 27 from the section The Two Ways in chapter 8. The yogin who knows these paths, O Partha, is never deluded. Therefore, at all times, O Arjuna, be thou firm in yoga. The yogin, having known all this, goes beyond the fruits of meritorious deeds assigned to the study of the Vedas, sacrifices, austerities, and gifts, and attains to the supreme and primal status. This is the 8th chapter, entitled The Yoga of the Imperishable Absolute. I'm not sure if I read this footnote before. It's underneath this part here. The smoked night, so also the dark half of the month, the 6 months of the southern path of the sun. Then going forth, the yogi obtains the lunar light and returns. So the footnote here from that is, our dead ancestors, or Pitrs, 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 are said to live in the world of the moon and remain there till the time of their return to earth. Chapter 9, The Lord is more than his creation. The Sovereign Mystery. The blessed Lord said, To thee who dost not cavil, cavil, I shall declare this profound secret of wisdom combined with knowledge, by knowing which thou shalt be released from evil. This is sovereign knowledge, sovereign secret, sovereign sanctity, known by direct experience, in accord with the law, very easy to practice and imperishable. Very easy to practice. Men who have no faith in this way, not attaining to me, O oppressor of the foe, return to the path of mortal living, or samsara. The incarnate Lord as the supreme reality. By me all this universe is pervaded through my unmanifested form. All beings abide in me, but I do not abide in them. And the footnote for that is, this whole universe owes its being to the transcendent Godhead, and yet the forms of this universe do not contain or express him adequately. His absolute reality is far above the appearance of things in space and time. And yet the beings do not dwell in me. Behold my divine mystery. My spirit, which is the source of all beings, sustains the beings but does not abide in them. And then the footnote 2, the Supreme is the source of all phenomena but is not touched by them. That is the yoga of divine power. Though he creates existences, God transcends them to such a degree that we cannot even say that he dwells in them. Even the idea of immanence of God is, strictly speaking, untenable. All existences are due to his double nature, but as his higher, proper nature is Atman, which is unconnected with the work of Prakriti, it is also true that beings do not dwell in him or he in them. They are one and yet separate. As the mighty air moving everywhere ever abides in the etheric space, know thou that in the same manner all existences abide in me. All beings, O son of Kunti, pass into nature which is my own at the end of the cycle, and at the beginning of the next cycle I send them forth. Taking hold of nature which is my own, I send forth again and again all this multitude of beings which are helpless, being under the control of nature, or Prakriti. Nor do these works bind me, O winner of wealth, for I am seated as if indifferent, unattached in those actions. Under my guidance, nature or Prakriti gives birth to all things, unmoving and moving. And by this means, O son of Kunti, the world revolves. Devotion to the Supreme brings its great reward. Lesser devotions bring lesser rewards. The deluded despise me, clad in human body, not knowing my higher nature as Lord of all existences. Partaking of the deceptive nature of fiends and demons, their aspirations are vain, their actions vain, and their knowledge vain, and they are devoid of judgment. The great-souled, O Partha, who abide in the divine nature, knowing me as the imperishable source of all beings, worship me with an undistracted mind, always glorifying me, strenuous and steadfast in vows, bowing down to me with devotion, they worship me, ever disciplined. Others, again, sacrifice with the sacrifice of wisdom, and worship me as the one, as the distinct and as the manifold, facing in all directions. I am the ritual action, I am the sacrifice, I am the ancestral oblation, I am the medicinal herb, I am the sacred hymn, I am also the melted butter, I am the fire, and I am the offering. I am the father of this world, the mother, the supporter, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier. I am the syllable Om, and I am the RK, the Samsama. I am the RK, the Sama, and the Yajus as well. Yajus, that is the Rig Veda, the Sam Veda, and the Yajur Veda. I am the goal, the upholder, the Lord, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the friend. I am the origin and the dissolution, the ground, the resting place, and the imperishable seed. I give heat, I withhold and send forth the rain. I am immortality and also death. I am being as well as non-being, O Arjuna. The knowers of the 3 Vedas who drink the Soma juice and are cleansed of sin, worshipping me with sacrifices, pray for the way to heaven. They reach the holy world of Indra, the Lord of heaven, and enjoy in heaven the pleasures of the gods. Having enjoyed the spacious world of heaven, they enter or return to the world of mortals when their merit is exhausted, thus conforming to the doctrine enjoined in the 3 Vedas and desirous of enjoyments, they obtain the changeable, what is subject to birth and death. But those who worship me, meditating on me alone, to them who ever persevere, I bring attainment of what they have not, and security in what they have. That is, for even those who are devotees of other gods, worship them with faith. They also sacrifice to me alone, O son of Kunti, or Arjuna, though not according to the true law. For I am the enjoyer and Lord of all sacrifices. But these men do not know me in my true nature, and so they fall. Worshippers of the gods go to the gods, worshippers of the mains go to the mains, sacrificers to the spirits go to the spirits, and those who sacrifice to me come to me. And the footnote is ancestors for the word mains. Ancestors are called mains, M-A-N-E-S. Anagram with N-A-M-E-S, names, or A-M-E-N-S, amens. Devotion and effects. Whosoever offers to me with devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, that offering of love of the pure of heart I accept. Hare Krishna.